Has anybody been on a date for under 60 minutes? It lasted less than an hour.
So we're going to the phones at 713-390-KRBE, and we can't wait to hear these calls because the phones are full. Let's try and get to as many as we can.
Here we go.
Stacy is up first. Hello, Stacy. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show.
Hello, how are you?
We're good. We can't wait to hear
Morning.
your story. A date under 60 minutes. Tell us about it. Go.
Oh, real quick. Met a guy on a dating website. Going to meet at the local bar. So we go to the local bar, and I get there early. And he's already sitting there eating. And
He was eating?
What? He's already eating. And I'm like, he's almost done. And he's already had margaritas. And I'm like, what the heck? And then so he's like, no, you can order whatever you want to. And I was like, and the people at this local bar know me very well.
Uh-huh.
And I go there all the time.
Okay.
And so they're like, he's already had 2 margaritas. The bartender's telling me about this.
He had 4 margaritas?
Is that what you said, 4?
He had 2
2.
prior, and then he had 2. He said, so now he's at 4.
He's got to be liquored up, yeah.
Like, 2 is the limit at this place.
Oh.
I can't mention it.
I know which one it is.
But very
yeah.
strong. Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So he's eaten already, almost done. He's had 4 margaritas.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and so then what happens?
And then he's like, hey, I make really good money. I work at the plant. This weekend, are you off? And I said, actually, I am. He goes, well, let's go to one of the casinos, and I'll pay for everything. I'll give you, $500 in cash. You can go play, whatever, do whatever you want to.
Unpacked. Let's go.
I said, can I have my own room? He goes, no. I'm like, oh hell no. So this all transpired within 30 minutes, and the bartender is going with the cutoff on the neck.
Nope.
And I said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I walked out of the kitchen of this bathroom. I went to the bathroom. I went through the kitchen and I left.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did he try to blow up your phone, texting you, hey, what happened? Where are you? You okay in there?
He did all the above.
You just block him?
I just pressed block. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Funny.
Did you stop going to that bar because you said you go there? They know you.
Well, they got her back.
Oh, they know me. I still go there.
Does he go there?
That's my favorite restaurant.
Does he
Have you had any run-ins with this guy since? Have you run into him?
I've run into him, and I don't know who the hell you are.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen you ever. What are you speaking of? We've never had a fake date.
Who does that? Ask somebody out and they decide to eat the dinner before the date gets there.
Just get whatever you want.
And
I'm
2
almost
margaritas
done.
before.
Oh, man.
That's why.
And I know what margaritas they're talking about.
Stacy checked the box. 30 minutes was her time on that date. Okay, Patty's up next at 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
Hello.
Good morning.
The question is, have you been on a date that lasted less than 60 minutes? Let's hear it. Go.
Okay. So I met up this guy on a blind date, and we went to this restaurant. We hadn't met, so he didn't know how I looked, only by pictures. And we went to go eat. He said that as soon as I came up to the table, he said I wasn't his type because I wasn't attractive enough.
Oh, what? He just straight up said that to you.
He ended the date then.
Yes, straight up told me that. He said, I need an attractive, strong woman.
Oh,
and
my God.
He said, you are more than welcome to stay and eat. So I ordered a whole bunch of food. And as soon as he got up to go to a restroom, actually. Mm-hmm. And as soon as the food got there, I got up and left.
Good for you.
Stuck him with the bill.
What a jerk.
Wow.
Who says something like that?
But then again, don't we always say, oh, you shouldn't ghost people. You should be honest. But that's just blatant rude.
You don't
have to be like that.
Was he more annoyed, you don't look like your picture? Or did he just say, you're just not as attractive as I thought? You're not attractive enough for me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, my God.
To be honest, he wasn't all that either.
That's right.
Nice.
So how long would you say that was? 30 minutes, 35, 40?
It was probably about 40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah.
Soon, I didn't even, I saw the lady coming with the food.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just left.
How's your dating life after that, though? Because, it still has to hurt. I don't care.
It probably messes your confidence up.
Yeah, did it hurt your confidence for a few weeks or no?
Yeah, that's something I kind of always struggled with, but now I'm a whole different person.
Good.
Good job, Patty.
Good.
Well,
Don't
let's
let
hear
somebody
that. Thank you
knock
for
you
sharing
down.
your story. 40 minutes is the time we have clocked on Patty's
And why
date.
would any man say something like that? You know, you can
You
just
just
have
said
some.
a man. Most men are.
Well, I know, but have some class. You know, if you're not feeling it, just say, you know, it was a pleasure meeting you. It was really great meeting you. I don't feel love connection here, but you know, I hope you have a great life.
That's not Sherry's up next. The question is, have you been on a date that lasted less than 60 minutes? 60 minutes or less. Here we go. Sherry, tell us your story. Good morning.
I was quite a bit younger. I was going on a double date. My older brother and one of his friends and, you know, obviously another lady. We get in the car. We go about 3 houses. His bossy friend was telling me, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that, and you're not going to do this. And I went, stop the car. Just stop the car. Got out. He goes, what's wrong? And I went, nobody bosses me around and tells me what I can and can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want my daughters to be like you.
How many minutes was that? It's like a minute and a half.
It wasn't very long. It wasn't 5.
Wow. It wasn't even 5 minutes.
Whoa.
Good for
So
you.
what did
And what does he tell? Can I be more
Drop you
clear?
off then?
Sherry, what is he bossing you around? You're not going to do this. What does that mean? Like we said, you're not going to put your elbows on the table when we eat? I mean, what is he telling you?
Well, we're going to go to this restaurant, and I picked it, and I know you're going to like it, and you're going to have this many drinks, and when I tell you to do this, you're going to do this. And I just
Oh,
said,
my
whoa,
God.
whoa, stop the car.
No.
The first part I'm okay with, like, hey, we're going to go to this place. I got an idea of
Have a
where-
decision, have a
But
destination.
you're going to have this many drinks, and you're going to eat
You
what
don't
I say.
tell people how to eat
Nope.
and drink.
Ugh.
Sherry.
And I was young, and I was like, hey, I don't need that.
Did he try and blow up your phone too,
Sherry?
Sherry? Was it afterwards like, hey, what are you doing? Come back. I want to take you out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he tried to ask me out again. No.
What'd your brother say? You said it was a double date with your brother. Was it your brother's friend?
It was my brother's friend, and my brother said, well, she's pretty strong-willed.
Sherry, bravo, Sherry. All right, Sherry, thank you for calling the show. That was awesome. We love that story.
Wow.
If you're just tuning in, we're asking
Arrogance.
the question, did you have a date that lasted 60 minutes or less? So far, we have 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and
That's what-
5 minutes.
That was less than 5. So
That was
we'll
less
say
than
less than 5.
I just can't believe the arrogance of some of these
I bet there's
guys.
some people you just walk in, you see them at the booth,
Yeah.
you see them, and you just turn around and
Nope.
leave.
Nope.
I'll be singing this
Kevin,
booth
you
with a
want to
red
share your
rose.
story?
Not yet. We're going to go to Jess first because Jess's story has to do with a dog, which I know Sam is locked in now. Sam's
Okay,
ears go up
focus.
like a dog.
I'm focused.
When she hears dog, her
That's all
ears
she
go up
cares
like a
about.
dog. Okay,
the
hi,
dog's
Jess.
name?
Welcome to the Rula and Ryan show.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
So tell us about the date that you had that lasted less than 60 minutes.
Yes, so I actually met this guy on Tinder, and it was it was my very first and last Tinder date.
Okay.
So we were supposed to go to the rodeo, and I actually lived like a couple blocks from the rodeo at the time. And I actually worked at the apartments as well, so I was waiting in the office for this guy, and he was taking forever. He kept texting me like weird texts, and he finally showed up, and I was still drinking a glass of wine, and he literally walked up. I don't even know if he was like dropped off or like Uber. And he had like a 6-pack in his hand with like 2 of them missing. So he was already kind of like stumbling around. And so we went to my apartment to just like for me to finish and finish my glass of wine. And he came in. All of a sudden, he's just like falling all over the counter. He tripped over my dog and was like making fun of my dog, telling me that my dog looked like a monkey.
So the guy's falling down drunk. He
those are
walks in the
fighting
door
words.
carrying a
Yes.
partially
yes.
consumed
And then he
6-pack.
What kind of dog was
Yes.
it?
Yeah, what's the breed?
He's like a pit bull, like mixed terrier.
Okay.
A
So he
monkey?
makes fun of your
Like
dog,
maybe
and that's when you throw it down and say, that's it! Get out!
Chopper, sick balls.
How did you get rid of him? Did you tell him just to get the hell out or what?
So I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because he was also talking about his ex and being all whiny. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go to the rodeo. So I put on a hat, and he was making fun of my hat the whole time, telling me I needed to change. And I was like, okay, let's just go. So we get into the elevator, and I tried to get rid of him in the elevator, but he got off at the wrong floor. And I thought about just just letting him get lost, but I also worked there, so I didn't want him walking around.
Wandering around looking for your place, yeah.
They look bad, yeah.
Yes, so I finally found him. We went down into the front office to like wait for an Uber outside because the office already closed.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like laid down on the sidewalk, just laying there. And I was like, you know what? I totally forgot something in my apartment. I'll be right back. And I just like left him there, and I went to my friend's apartment because we worked together, and
we both lived there, and we just ordered pizza and drank wine all night.
Wait, the guy's laying on the sidewalk? He's just laying there at the curb?
What's the time on the clock at this point? Is it just under an hour, or does this happen faster?
No, yeah, this was like probably like about the same time as the other girl, like 40 minutes.
Okay, and what time in the evening was this where he's already fallen down drunk?
It was only like maybe 6:30 because we were planning on getting to the rodeo around 7.
Man, he started early.
6:30 in the afternoon. In the evening, he's already
he was day drinking,
dead drunk.
Carried it on to the rodeo time.
Did you ever see him again?
Yeah.
We're married.
Absolutely not. This is not romance or no chance.
Said this was his last date with him.
Last Tinder date.
Said
She's
first
like,
and last Tinder date.
That guy made her break up with Tinder. Jess, thank you for sharing your story.
Man.
If you're just tuning in, the last call we're taking is going to be Cindy because we've got to find out why she walked out on. I'm assuming she walked out before 60 Minutes was up. Hi, Cindy. Tell us the story. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so it was in the early 80s, and I was very, very shallow. And this was before internet dating.
Okay.
So I put an ad in the back of the Trading Times magazine.
No.
Yeah, I
What'd
did.
the ad say? What'd the ad say?
Yeah, tell us how you listed the ad. Cindy.
Looking for a tall, single white male.
Okay.
Must be tall, tanned, and good looking. That's what it said. Exactly.
Tall, tan, and good looking.
Tall, tan, and good looking.
Okay. So this tall,
So
tan, and good looking guy answered the ad?
He did. So I made a date with him. I took my sister, my girlfriend, and myself and went and met him at this bar. So we get there first. He walks in the door. He was tall for sure. He was extremely lanky, had this long, like greasy, dark hair, and he was wearing one of those chain link belts.
Oh, yeah, like the one that has like wallet chain attached.
Wait, the chain from like the wallet to the back pocket?
But it's a chain belt.
Oh, it's a belt?
No, it looked more like a motorcycle chain.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
A real thick motorcycle chain.
So he wows you with the cool belt first.
Yeah.
Sense the sarcasm.
Yes, he did.
Okay, and then?
He did.
Was he dark and handsome?
Well, no.
No.
His skin was similar to Casper.
Oh my gosh, super pale like me.
Casper,
You can see his veins, his blue veins through his pale
So he didn't
white
have the
skin.
tan?
So he's super
no tan.
pale.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Greasy hair.
Well, when I spoke with him, we agreed. I said, okay, if you don't like me, you tell me. If I don't like you, I'm going to tell you. He's like, okay, cool. So he asked us for a drink. We ordered our drinks, and he's getting ready to pay for them. And I just looked at him straight in the eye, and I said, dude, I don't like you.
Oh, my.
Dude, I
And what
don't
did he
like
say
you.
to you, Cindy?
He didn't. Oh, well, prior to that, though, I mean, just before he ordered the drinks, before he's paid for them, he started telling me all about his waterbed and how he moves with the motion of the ocean in his waterbed.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Greasy
Yeah.
hair, not tan, lanky, and
Has a waterbed.
a motorcycle chain for a belt, has a waterbed, you're out. How many minutes would you say that date lasted, Cindy? 30 minutes?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Maybe 8. Maybe.
8 minutes?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
8 minutes.
Did you ever think about saying something nicer to him, though?
Well, she said, we told her.
Because we do the opposite. If that was a guy,
no.
we'd be like, that's mean. We said that earlier. Like, basically
No,
saying,
we had that agreement, though. We had the agreement. If he didn't like me, tell me.
Okay.
But I knew he would.
Dude, I don't like you.
Dude, I don't like you. And then did you walk out and act like you were leaving even though your sister was there with your friends? Or did you just go to their side and kind of morph in with the crowd?
No, they were there with me, and they busted out laughing, and the guy left.
They probably gave you a lot of grief. It's like, sweetie, you took an ad out in a newspaper.
No, that's the thing to do, I guess, back then. In the 80s, right? There was no internet. There was no app.
Uh-huh.
I guess people did that.
People do it now.
But it wasn't the
Trading
classifieds.
Times magazine, yeah.
People do billboards now. It's in the news all the time. People,
really?
New York Times.
There was a mailer that I
Times
remember
Square,
forever getting with 2 red hearts. Do you remember this 2 red heart envelope that would come, and it was like a matching computer company or something? I can't remember what it was called. But
That was before online dating.
That's how they did it. That's how they did it back then. Computer dating before was when a computer actually spit out your facts and put you together. That's what a computer date was. Anyway, that was funny. If y'all want to share your stories, please go to the listener line. 713-278-VENT. Why are we playing that music?
80s computer.
Oh, got it. Okay. See, I didn't get that joke. Okay. 713-278-VENT. That's 8368. Tell us about a date that you went on that lasted 60 minutes or less.